Hi, welcome back. Myself KG Singh, and um, today I'm going to discuss on the Looker Studio, which is known as the Data Studio also, and after Data Studio, it is renamed as Google Looker Studio. So, what is Looker Studio and what does it do? Uh, this uh, I had told you in my last video, and this time I am going to show you how to create any report using Looker Studio, because Looker Studio is basically used for creating the reports. So there are many platforms. The data can be fetched from many platforms, and reports can be created for those platforms. So, without wasting time on this discussion, let's move to our local studio. So here, this is the first slide of local studio where I'm going to discuss what are the dimensions and what are the matrix. So, when you use Looker Studio, basically, we'll have to have the data source first. So, the data source can be from Google Analytics, Google Ads, Facebook, Facebook likes, Facebook subscriptions. So to make the analysis and create the report, we used to create the Looker Studio report. So using Looker Studio report, we'll be able to create a very interactive report. We can apply charts, we can apply you know maps, we can apply list, we can apply drop downs. So there are chances or the options of creating many kind of reports, and finally the dashboard which appears, it is really presentable, as I showed you last time. So in this Looker Studio, I'm going to take the data source as Google Sheets. So, Google Sheets, as I had discussed about this, uh, showed a report on the Google Sheet, and this was a report on the examination. But when you create any report using a Looker Studio, the first thing which you will have to have the data source, and this time I'm going to take the data source from Google Sheets, and for that the Google Sheets should be there where you are going to create this report of Looker Studio. And there are some special components which are to be discussed here and taken care of. Number one is a dimension. After Google Sheet, number one is dimension. So dimension is basically the qualitative field. Like if I consider Google Sheet, then qualitative dimension means the columns of the Google Sheet. And what are the matrix? So matrix are those columns which involved in calculations. So see here, student name is dimension because we are not going to create any calculation with, or not applying any calculation with dimensions. And here in matrix column or matrix block, you observe that we have the quantitative analysis. So what is a quantity? Quantity means maybe marks or something else, or the values. So where values are involved, we consider it as the matrix. And where we have like heading type of field, we used to have as column of the Google Sheets. Correct. So With the help of these two, other thing is the data source. So this is a data source. Data source means the Google Sheet I have included, and from that Google Sheet, which sheet I am going to use, and at any moment you can add uh, the new data source, but the source should be there where you are creating the report. So not wasting the time, and we are moving towards our Looker Studio. So this is the layout of interface of Looker Studio. First, we have to log in with our ID. So I have logged in with my ID, and here there are many templates, ready-made templates. Using these templates, you can create the reports, and also if you are going to create new report, so first we have to click on the plus sign or create. So I'm going to create a simple report, and here I'll tell you what are the matrix and what are the dimensions. So as soon as I click on the plus sign, so this report is untitled report initially, and from these data sources I have to select one, maybe Google Analytics, Google Ads, AppSheet, BigQuery, Looker Data, and Google Sheets, any file, and a Microsoft Excel file, and Redshift, Amazon Redshift, and Cloud Spanner, Campaign Manager, APG, Cloud SQL for MySQL. So there are various data sources. We can select one. Okay, so this time I'm going to select one data source, which is my Google Sheet. So here, if you see, there are many sheets or spreadsheets popped up, like like a spreadsheet 1, 2, and combined data, this, and spreadsheet 0, like alumni APS pre-board. So these are the Google Sheets, and I'm going to select one. So suppose I am going to select, know, say, uh, I take simple. I'm going to take, say, combined data sheet or combined data, or I can take this sheet. And out of, in this spreadsheet, so there are many tabs or different sheets. So number one is form responses, one sheet, rec page is another sheet, register page is another sheet. So there are multiple sheets. So out of these sheets, we have to select one, or we can select multiple. So I'm going to select, say, register page, and here we must ensure that the first row should be the header row. And if you do not do this, then the data source will include malfunctioning, or it will not show the header. And that is why first we must ensure that the header row should be there. So see here, I'm going to open this sheet. My data source is detail. So this is my data source, and over here if you see, this is the Google form, and here this is the register page. Okay, so this is the register page, and this row, the first row, is your header row. So this header row must be there. So you will have to ensure the header row, and if header row is distributed in two or three, then you have to make sure which row you are going to use as header. Correct. So back to this, and include, if I have included different functions or applied different functions which are hidden, it will include those also. And here this is the include specific range. So out of the range, like, this is the complete sheet, and out of these columns, and if I want to use selected columns, then I can use selected, and I am allowed to use selected columns also. But over here I am going to take the complete spreadsheet. So as soon as I click on add, so the dialog box pops up. You are about to add data to the report. Okay, if you do not want this message again, you can click it and click on the add report. So once the report is added, or it is going to create the report, so see here the layout says that this report is untitled report. So I am going to give a name, my say report, and then see here, this is the list, and this list control is by default it is created. So we can delete it, click on this and delete this. Now this is the area where you can design your report, and to the right of this, data. So this icon shows data which we have used, and this shows the properties whichever field we select about that, and then filter. So over here if you see, this pan is blank, empty pan. So what does this show? So if I select any control, like there are many controls, like add page. So this is the first page, and you want to add more, then you can click this add page. Add control, so here add data, because I have already used Google Sheets. So if you want to add more, you can take from here. This time I'm not going to use or take any data. So my data is already, we have selected, and from here we'll be able to create the table, we'll be able to create the charts, donut, pie chart, and time chart, heat chart. So there are many options. You can include whatever you want or you like. And apart from this, we can use map also. So these are the maps, Google Maps. For that, we will have to know about the longitude and latitudes of the country or the place. And this time I'm going to use simple control, that is the scorecard. So this is the scorecard, like this, but I'm not going to take this, and so I'm going to delete it. I'll take it later. And here, if you want to insert any image, you can insert the image, and if you want to write anything or want to give the text, you can take the text. So I'm going to take the text here. So text is this. So here, this is the text I have taken. And here, if you see, since I have taken one control, that is the text box, so text properties window gets active. From here, I can design this text box. Okay, so here this shows font and paragraph. So by default, the color of the character is black, and character size is 14 pixels. And here the text style or the font style is roboto, and if you want to change, you can change it. So uh, roboto is quite okay, so roboto will go. And the size of the character, I'm going to take much bigger, like if I take 36, and I'll keep it center aligned, and I'll give the name text my report. So you decide or adjust the text box, and if you want to align, underline, whatever you want, you can do it. So there are many formatting tools available. And here I'm going to select the background color. So I'm going to select the color, since this is white and our transparent, I'm going to take the color like say blue. So this is blue color, and from this blue color, and I want to take the character say white. For that, I'll go to the font section, font and paragraph, and we will change the color. Now this will become the white color. So this is the title of my report, and from here, color. And if you want to give some curve to the border of the text or the box, you can take it or select. So I'm going to take the border curve as simple, that is 10. So this is the border color, and from this border color, add the border shadow. So this is the properties of text. And now I'm going to select one more control, that is chart is say my scorecard. My scorecard, and this can also be decorated or designed as per our need. So there, see, there are two options, setup and style. So if you want to give the style to this score record, I mean scorecard, you can change the style and change the setup. So first I'm going to change the style of this scorecard. So see here, chart title if you want to give, chart title I'm going to give here, and I'm going to give strength. Strength, and what should be the size? This is 18, and if you want to change it, you can change this, say 20, and I want to take it as the center line. Then if you want to make it bold, you can bold, and then conditional formatting and other things. So I'm not going to take anything until label. So this is, what is the label? So this is a label, the data. What do you want? Label color as I want it as the blue, and hide the field name. So this is record count is the field which is automatically added to this data source. So if I click on this, this goes off. And what is the data alignment? It should be center aligned. Oh, this is the field actually. The data field should be center aligned, and I'll make it as this. Okay, and if you want to take any background on this, you can take it. Background, and so background I am going to take as this color, and I don't think the color of the label is blue is okay. So I'll change this to white. So now this is the color of the label, and again if you want to give the curve, so I'm going to take the curve as 10. Add border shadow. So here, since there is no chart, so I'm not going to give any chart header. So my one item, that is scorecard, is done. And here, so this is the record count. You see here, this is a special field automatically added to. Now record count, this is a field. So what should be the dimension? It should be the number, and that is why it is in the form of metric. So if you are going to take dimension, so you will have to select one. If I say select category, it will take category here, but I wanted to show the strength of my class, so I'll have to use the dimension. In place of dimension, I'm using record count, so it shows that there are 40 students in my class. And if you want to take any other field, you can take it, but it should be a metric kind of field. Means, so here if you see this no field which can be treated as the metric field or metric column, so I'm not going to take except record count. Now I'm going to take another chart or the control. So I'm going to take the chart, not going to take the chart, I'm going to take the table. Okay, so I'm going to take a table here. So here, this is the table. This is the table. So table, so automatically record count is attached, and I do not want this record count, so I have to remove this. Complete page I want, so pagination is there. So how many students are there, so it shows number of students and the complete page, sort on descending or ascending, whatever you want. And somewhere record count is available, so I'm not going to take this. So see here, my record count goes off. Simple table with the student list, so you can modify it or adjust. And if you select top n, so say top, say 15, if I take top 15, so they are top 15. And now changing the style, show title, my report table, I'll say list. Student list. And if I take it as the center aligned, so it will appear at the center of the top row. And change the font size, taking 20, so bit increased. And everything is going perfectly fine. So here the labels, so labels are in the form of names and of color black. And if you want to change the color of this table, not going to take table footer, dimension, okay, background of this table, I must tell you this, I'm going to take this. So here, and label color also I want to change. I want to take it white. White. I'm increasing the size of the labels. 14. Borders and curve, so I'm take 10-degree curve at the corners and add border shadow. So I think my list is ready. So this report I have created, this is a small report. So if I select, like click this, only then this property will appear, otherwise it will not. So once the report is created, you can share it with your friends, share it with your the school management or the company management or CEO, whomsoever you want to share. And apart from this, here this option, if you want to uh, show only, then click on view button, so it will look like this. And you can use multiple controls and multiple charts also. So if you want to take charts, so come to the edit mode. So I'm going to take a column chart, one column chart here. One column chart. But column chart is meaningful when there is some data. Since there is no data, taking chart is useless. It is showing number of total students on x-axis, and but since there is no data and labels, so this is using this is useless. So I'm going to simply delete it. This is deleted, and just make some alignment, small alignment. And here, if you select any student, like say I have selected one, so this is very interactive or dynamic. As soon as you select one, see the strength of this is 1, and this name which I have selected is appearing on this filter. So if you cross this, so it will reset. So this way we can create a report on the basis of the data sheet which I have included in the form of the Google Sheet. And the last thing which I want to tell you here, if you want to share it with your friends or the people, you can give the email ID. So email ID, like I'm going to share it with so I'm going to share it with this person, and as if I click this, the email it will show in the email of the person I have selected. And the right is your right, and if you want to give the IT right, then you can select or change the right IT right. So suppose if I give the IT right, then the recipient can make the changes in the existing sheet, and then click on send. And here, so this is restricted, only people I have added can use this. And if you want to make it public, you can select public and copy link and send this link to the person you want to share it with, and say save. So this way we can create the report on Looker Studio. So I think on at this juncture you'll be able to create a report uh, in very simple method or simple way. And when you become the expert, you can include multiple fields and multiple controls, And in the next video I'll try to create use more controls or more charts and more pages. So hope you understood the concept of creating the report in Looker Studio. So with new features, with some new features, I'll come with uh, the Looker Studio in my next video. So if you have understood the concept of making the report, share it with your friends, and so that, and also I'm requesting you, if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe it, so, and press the bell icon, so that as and when the new video is created, you get the notification of that. So we'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.